SAC, here are the games this week. Carroll and Northside, the Chargers, especially considering how well they played last Friday against Snyder, they appear to be for real. Dwenger's at Southside. Lures is at Homestead. Snyder at Concordia. Wayne at Northrop. Just real quick, your thoughts on Lures at Homestead and Snyder at Concordia?
Lures at Homestead. Lures bounced back last week with a win. They needed one in the clutch. I think Homestead 2-0. They've been dominant, but maybe haven't been tested as much as some of these other schools so far through the first 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens there. I think, what's the other one?
Snyder at Concordia.
Snyder at Concordia. Well,
because Concordia, I thought they would have trouble stopping people on defense, but will be able to score a lot of points. And then they went out and got held to single digits last week against Homestead. Granted, Homestead's a lot bigger. You're talking about a 6A school, but I thought they would keep up with them and match them score for score offensively in the first, second quarter, maybe get worn out at the end.
Yeah, I still think you're seeing a lot of new faces on the offense for Concordia. Had to replace a lot of that offensive line. New quarterback with Brandon Davis, still trying to build rapport. When we look, okay, you have Amir Drew who can run for 1,000, 1,500 yards. You feel like you're set, but there was question marks from the inside out everywhere else on that offense. I think it's going to be good enough when the postseason comes to be a threat in the class. But survive and advance is really the mantra for Concordia, particularly earlier in the year when they have to play some of these bigger schools.
And in the NECC, two matchups that really stick out to me in this week. I know they're not technically conference games, if you will, because they're cross-conference games, the big division versus the small division. Busco at Garrett and West Noble at Eastside. You're talking about Busco at Garrett. Jake Falk has been unstoppable this season. And Garrett, while they had trouble scoring the football last year, it looks like, they're back to running the football and then throwing big plays for touchdowns. I mean, how do you see this one playing out? And what's a nice rivalry for Northeast Indiana?
It is. I think, to beat Cherubusco, you're going to have to slow down Jake Falk, who almost has 600 yards rushing and 9 touchdowns in 2 weeks.
Over 500 yards,
I mean, it's ridiculous. So we know Jake Falk is good. Let's see what Cherubusco does if somebody slows down Jake Falk. I don't know if Garrett's that team to do it, but it very well could be. Should be a good environment in Garrett on Friday.
And then you got West Noble at Eastside. West Noble's won a couple of closer games than I would have thought. Wawasee was closer, and then Central Noble was closer. I thought West Noble at the beginning of the season might have been right behind Angola at the beginning of the year, but they haven't blown anyone out. I guess I'd like to see them, if you're a West Noble fan. If you're an Eastside fan, you don't.
Yeah, right.
But I'd like to see them kind of explode in a game. You know what I mean? Because you got Gross, you got Mayhorter, you got Pruitt. Like, you ought to blow some people out, man.
And who knows? Maybe West Noble's the best team in that division this year. I mean, you look at Angola. I mean, we'll see. So, yeah, West Noble. I don't know if they can break out against Eastside because they're a pretty solid team and really held tough with Adams Central last week. But I'm with you. You expect that West Noble offense to blow up at some point. Yeah,
Laban Davis has actually done a nice job for Joe White at the quarterback position, filling in for the graduated Joe White, who's playing college baseball, I believe, at IU Kokomo. I might be way wrong on that, but I'm trying to drop some NECC
If anybody
knowledge.
got to this part of the video, they probably don't even care.
Thanks, Mom. You know what I'm talking about. All right, the thing you're most looking forward to about this week is we really get conference play going in earnest around Northeast Indiana.
It's the NE8 and ACAC. Let's see how some of these teams, you look like Upstart Norwell 2-0. Man, are they for real? You look at Bluffton 2-0. And can they be for real? Some of these teams that really haven't been challenged yet, but we didn't expect to be in the conversation for a conference championship. You throw even a team like DeKalb, which, we've seen them play some good teams, but are they in the upper top 3 of the NE8? That's still a question for DeKalb too. So it's kind of a down week in terms of matchups in the SAC, which means it's a perfect week to focus on the start of conference play, NE8 and ACAC, with some intriguing matchups.
All right, a lot of interesting stuff. We'll have it on the Highlight Zone Friday and then back here Monday on Inside the Zone. For Justin, I'm Glenn. I got that part right this week.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you next Monday right here on Inside the Zone.